Alright, what's up everyone? So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my electrical. I'm going to make a spot where I can put my large inverter right here. It's a pure sine wave inverter with low frequency. It's a input, it's an AC, it's a battery, it's a generator, it's a charger, it's you name it, it is what it is. It's not this $800 2000 watt that people are going after. It's about a $500 one. So we'll see how this one goes. But it's a 2000 watt, 6000 watt pure sine. What that honestly means, I honestly couldn't tell you. But it's what people were looking at. It kind of matched up to the things that everybody else has. So hopefully this works. We'll see what happens, and we're gonna mount it up. All right. So what we got first here is our helpful puppy Drogo. Thanks, Drogo. Is unboxing in my wheel well right here. So I'm using my plywood that I have for my flooring, and I'm just gonna be putting in a little box just like so. I'm gonna cut this lip off from the top, and then we're gonna insert it in. So it's gonna, my inverter is gonna be right here on top, and then my other controllers and stuff is gonna be down in the back over there. Batteries will be laying right where Drogo is. My guy's got a hand seam. I'm also going to throw it that way as much as possible. So we have our DC fuse box, we have our solar charger controller, digital voltage relay for the shut off, or the auto charge for the car when we're driving. It'll charge the batteries. Just another way to charge your batteries. Just like this one, another way to charge your batteries. I also have a battery switch and on-off switch just in case. It's just a safety. All right, so I'm mounting in my fuse panel and my solar controller. I switched around my inverter. It's looking pretty spiffy. Put all the lights in place, wired up the fan, down the center pass, and then underneath, out underneath the flooring, and then we're gonna run it over and into the fuse box right there. So we got a light here in the front, passenger, drivers, two in the main path walking backwards. One's gonna be here, one's gonna be here, there's gonna be another light here-ish, and another light here-ish, down here, and here. Here and here's where it's going to shine. There's also going to be one more here in the shower, and there's also going to be some underneath the cabinets that are going to be right here as well. Coming along, going to take our DC cables that we have over here that I labeled, and we're going to put ends on them. We got some shrink connector ends, a whole bunch of them, and then we're going to attach them to my DC fuse box here. This is a 30 amp fuse box. It's got 12 slots on it, so I can pretty much fit everything I need onto this one thing. It's just the lights themselves are at 0.25 amps each and pulling 3 watts, so that's nothing. I could literally run all of them off of one 10 amp and still have plenty to go. So what I did was I took off the rubber plastic on the outside of the metals, and then I redid them with new ones. That way they're a little bit sleeker, and I can put 2 to 1, and then we can run them all off of one fuse. Here we go. Same thing for the black ones now, and then we're going to install them. I'm going to run this red cable to the very front of the battery, and then I'm going to run it back to the house battery, I'm going to call it, for the van. So I'm going to have the vehicle battery and the house battery. So I'm going to run the red cable from the vehicle battery to the house battery, and then I'm going to attach it to the isolator switch, and then that's going to run from the isolator switch to the other set of batteries power. So positive to positive through this box and negative to a ground. Alright, so I ran the positive cable for the relay switch. It's gonna go there. Ran down the sideline there, under the floorboards here that I might have to tweak a little bit. And the fuse up from there to in there, up and down and around. It's gonna go underneath, nice and easily. Gonna stay underneath. Gonna sneak in the rail right there and follow the rail up, go all the way across, come right over to the positive. And that's what we got for my electrical for charging from this battery straight back. At least have some power. I got the battery in, and the guy was nice enough, he used his dolly to walk the battery all the way up here because it's 135 pounds. So Ryan and I are going to now put the battery into the back of the van, measure some things out, and then plug everything in, make sure we are good to go. We're gonna put it right in there and then mount it up so I can have some stuff going. Boom, countertop for water and stove area. Probably gonna be input for an oven in some point in time, just because I like that idea. So I got the cabinet in. This is where it's gonna be. I got about a 2-foot space here, so it's not a bad walk-in. I could actually probably, I'm gonna leave it at the 2-foot space. And then this is gonna be my room here for a fridge and stuff, but that's kind of skinny for a fridge. Electrical's in, and I'm gonna throw the bed in now. I have a countertop in, that way I have at least a place so I can cook some food or at least whip something up. Fan is in, a few walls are in, not much. Oh, I have a reflection shield on the front of my car now. I made a little thing out of Reflectix, that way I can have a sun barrier for the front window and also to help Drogo stop seeing things. Some of the lights are up. I got a couple more lights to rig in. I gotta add some switches. Alright, so today what we're doing is I'm putting in the insulation on my ceiling, and then I'm gonna tape up my lights to where I want them, probably throwing in my wood that you see behind me on the ceiling and cutting out some holes, pushing my lights in, and having an actual ceiling. What I'm doing now is I'm just putting the boards on. I don't have any more glue, so I'm improvising. I'm using the spray foam, and with the spray foam I'm just gluing it on there, letting it stick up, get a little tacky as you can see, and then squishing it back up in there, and hopefully it's gonna do the trick. It's holding up for the front too so far, so we'll see. We'll see. Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm taking the spray foam and I'm putting it on the back of the board, and then I'm pressing it to the ceiling to kind of smush it out some, and then I'm gonna smush them together. Once it dries and becomes a little tacky, and we're gonna go be good from there. So I decided to rip out this top up here. I'm gonna put it back in. This is where all my LED lights are and stuff like that. I think what I'm gonna do is throw a little bit of insulation in here and throw it back up, because this is, I mean, it's hot. Like, you can feel the heat coming in from the metal here. So I'm gonna throw some insulation up in here and then put the padding back in, and then put all the nuts back on. And this is my next mounting point, my last mounting point for all of my runners that I'm gonna run on top here. But I'll be putting on some faceplates to my cabinetries here. I'm also going to try and do a cutting board add-on here. Not now, but in the future I'm going to do like probably a 1-foot cutting board. So I'll probably put the switches like really low or something. Alright, so putting in some light switches. They actually work. So this one here turns on and off. These lights right here in the front by the fan. New puppy. So, starting in my van here. That's what it looks like when you first open the door. Got your light switches with the cabinet, a little 2-foot space. I got some new drapes. People can't see in. I also have a Reflectix on the front, as you can see there.
I also have a back wall. We installed some lights. I also have more lights. And those are controlled from the front too, right here. Going into the van, have our back wall here where I think I'm going to remodify. It's going to be a bench, table. I might put a monitor in there, and I might forego the shower right there, because I can always spend 20 bucks and get a shower. Have my bed in. Here's what the bed looks like. Nice and pretty. Still need to put the ceiling in, but that'll be next. I gotta rig up a couple more lights back here. Have another fan. Makes life a lot easier when you're sleeping. But yeah, everything looks nice. And my cabinet, don't mind all my stuff. Electrical. I can't tell. Got some lights. So with the lights put in, Drogo, what you got? With the lights put in, what we're gonna do, we're gonna crash in tonight. It's nice and cool outside tonight. Got the bed ready to go. Got my cabinet. It's a little tall. I don't know if you guys see. It's a little tall. You gotta hop up there. Drogo can't jump up there, so we gotta modify that. Well, what you think, Drogo? Think it's time to go? I think it's time for bed. Alright everybody, thank you guys so much for watching these. I hope you guys are enjoying this. It's been a long process. We took a week to go to Miami. We did not sleep in the van. It was way too humid out. There was not much air circulation at night, and there was too many people outside for Drogo's comfort. He was still barking at everybody, still new to everything. He's better now that we've been sleeping in the van for a week or so, a week or two now, I think. It's nice. It's interesting. It's a nice little escape. I think I'm going to be changing up my plans again. I think I'm going to be adding a desk and maybe like an editing studio possibly. Instead of a shower, Planet Fitness is 20 bucks a month. I can get a shower anywhere in America. I'll have a solar shower if needed. And if I really want to, I can just put a shower out the back and go from there and have hot water if needed. What are you doing? Thanks. But like and subscribe if you guys haven't already. Add this to your friends. Share this around. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys. I mean it. Good night.